The good thing about the UFC and MMA in general is a lot of it's based on perception, and they're very good at tweaking this perception. If I can put the right guy with the right mouthpiece in front of the right opponents, we can build a champion. But he doesn't really have to beat the best guys. He just has to. We just have to give him the right matchups, and this is what this guy's been given. It's any real fighter, anybody who knows the sport of MMA, sees the style matchups that he picks and understands this guy is not putting himself in any danger. He's not fighting anyone who he feels he can lose to.
Even Diaz?
And now Diaz he is, but I mean the reason.
What if he beats Diaz handily? Does that kind of change it for you?
Does I don't think he does. But if he does, then my hat's off to him. But Diaz is a great style matchup for him, and the reason he originally picked Diaz is because he believed that it was a great style matchup for him, because Diaz only punches, he don't kick, he don't take down. He does everything Conor wants to do. Conor wants to box.
Yeah.
He don't want to be involved in the sport of MMA.
You know, it's fun. It's interesting that you say it that way, because when I think about what you guys are doing and then contrast it with how we as fans perceive it, what do we miss, right? Because it feels to us it's just a brawl, like it's Street Fighter from back in our youth when we were playing those video games, but it seems to be much more nuanced than that. I mean, there's ways to win and lose, even if you're better than the guy or the guy's better than you, that you win or lose to.
There's a lot of intangibles involved in the sport, and a lot of fans do this, I call it MMA math, where, oh, well, this guy's good at jiu-jitsu, and his jiu-jitsu is better than his, so therefore he'll win. When they kind of disregard the intangibles, like confidence, like the willingness to die inside of a cage. Like, there's certain guys who simply won't quit, guys who are just tough. Toughness is an intangible that you can't see it and you can't gauge it, but it's there. So some of these intangibles are more important than the actual technique and skill.
Who are the three fighters that, you sit back and you say, all the intangibles that you just alluded to, just have mad respect for? Give us three names that not only does it the right way, but might be willing to die in a match.
I've always loved Robbie Lawler.
Yeah, we like Robbie too.
He just recently took his loss, but I've been a fan of him my whole career.
Yeah, to Woodley.
And when he won his world title, I was ecstatic.
Were you surprised Woodley beat him? Because we had Woodley in studio a couple of weeks ago.
I was, but I was not surprised that it happened when it happened. I thought if Woodley was to win, it needed to be within the first or second round, because I look at Woodley as more of an athlete than a fighter. So I think if the going gets tough and you get in the third and fourth and fifth, Robbie takes that. But he made sure he made it his fight.
Who else? Give us you got another one or two names that you really.
George St. Pierre, of course. He had a lot of respect for his opponents. He did it the exact right way. He trained hard. He respected his opponents and never changed who he was.
What do you think the UFC does? Do you think it changes with the new money that's come in? Obviously, it's a promotion company. It's promoting what you guys do, your fight against whomever you're fighting against. Does it change with the money? Because sometimes it changes.
Yeah, there's an entertainment side. Look, for me, I say all the time, money ruins the integrity of everything that's in its path. And when you look at MMA, when you look at the sport in its infancy, it was true and real. There were no rounds, and it was guy versus guy, and they didn't worry about who was more popular. Now the sport has changed. Money got
become
involved.
more sophisticated. This is what it is.
Yeah, now it's about who's more popular. And I'm not mad at that, but I have to change with it. I have to understand this, and I have to adjust.
Well, winning makes you popular, right?
No, it doesn't. I know guys who are undefeated and incredible fighters, and they'll never make nearly the amount of money.
Is it because they don't have the mic skill? I mean, let's face it.
Yeah.
You've got to have the physical. You got to have the game. But it seems like those who are a little benign on the microphone or a little vanilla, you're right. I mean, I'm going to get booed, but you can differentiate between a real passionate embrace and just acknowledging a guy who won a match. And there's some guys out there who win, but they're just, the fans don't feel them.
Yeah,
it's the way it is.
A huge difference between ability and marketability. And there's a lot of guys out there who have the ability, and they're incredible, and they'll kill anyone in their path. but they'll never make $1 because it's just not marketable.
Can you learn that?
You can.
You fake
Take
it?
notice.
Can you fake
That's
it?
tough. No, you can't fake it.
You fake
You
it?
either got it or you don't.
Yeah.
You got it or you don't. It's natural.
You can
Let me
try-
ask you that. We only
try
got about 40 before you go, and I want to make sure I get this in. Eddie Alvarez in the studio. We'll get a picture up. He's got the belt. We'll put it on Twitter. Really cool. So we know that you want Diaz McGregor. Number one, who wins the fight, and do you think you will get the winner of that fight? We know what you want. Is it going to happen?
I hope so. And there's a card here at Madison Square Garden in November, and I'll be good and ready for that one. So yeah. Look, I'm crossing my fingers, and I'm hoping whoever wins.
You want
wins.
Conor to win, don't you? Because you want to take him in Madison Square Garden. Because
Yeah.
he's definitely going to be on
Yeah.
that Madison Square Garden card.
That'd be incredible. But I think he's gonna get deflated. So
Okay, there you go. So you're going with Diaz.
he might trip over his own shoelaces again.
Whoa. Look at how. By the way, somebody tweeted us, and they took a little issue with what you said about Conor. Because when he
No
took out,
way.
Oh, well, when he took, true. But I'm just saying, when he fought Aldo, who was then number one, the pound for pound at the time, Ryan Castle tweeted us that. He basically said you didn't give him enough props for taking on somebody that was, I'm just reading, man.
He did.
Don't
No,
get mad at me.
no, he absolutely did. But is Aldo? Aldo's a stand-up guy. Does he take anyone down
The
ever?
champ, Eddie
Never.
Alvarez.